You're listening to the Platte River Bard.
Hello, and welcome to the Platte River Bard. This is Chris Berger.
And I'm Sherry Berger.
And we are here again at the Bellevue Little Theatre. That's right, the old BLT. And we are talking with Jon Flower. He is the director, and he is directing The Cottage. That starts June 5th, and it runs through June 21st. It is a, what do they call it? They call it a comedy behind closed doors by Sandy Ruskin. Thank you very much, Jon.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yes, well, welcome back, and we get to talk to you in person this time.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for having me back on. It's good to see you in
Which is
person.
very nice. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Yes, we're here in the lobby at Bellevue Little Theatre, and this is you are doing a, what is it called, a British farce?
Yeah.
Sort of in the vein of sort of like an old coward type of deal?
Yeah, absolutely. You can kind of liken it back to any of those Noel Coward's important to being earnest type comedies. If you're familiar with shows like Noises Off.
Yes.
Farces where people are running in and out of doors, props coming out of
Sure,
weird places and all that kind of stuff. It's really a fun one.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, let's say it's been a while since I think BLT has kind of done something like this. A farce like this. Is this the first play like this? Is this the first farce you've done? Is this the first comedy you've done?
No, as a matter of fact, I've had the opportunity to do a couple of, maybe we'll call them farce adjacent type comedies for BLT.
Very good.
Let's see. Not last season, but the season before, I had the opportunity to direct Girls Weekend up here.
Yes.
And then the season or two prior to that, I had done Temporary Insanity. And so those were had heavy farce elements as well. You know, people falling out of closets. There may have been consumption of various paraphernalia at one point during one of the shows, but people falling off of couches and just,
Sure.
scenarios of mistaken identity, etc. And so
That's awesome.
This one definitely leans more heavily into those themes and goes a step further, but this is definitely not my first time being down here doing a show like this.
That's awesome. Oh, these shows are so much
Sounds
fun.
like fun.
Yeah.
These shows are so much fun. I'll say they're so much fun to be in because I've been in some and they're a lot of fun. I helped. I assistant directed a little bit of Noises Off, but I've never been in charge of something like this. And as a director, a show like this to me is intimidating because it's like you said, it's the in and out of doors, and it's all the timing aspect of it. And
Yeah.
this is very daunting, I think, to me as a director. It's daunting. And
Absolutely.
You've done it before. I mean, I don't know. Is this something? Do you prefer this kind of? Do you like?
As an actor, I always loved shows like
I
this.
know,
and
me
so,
too. Yeah.
I always found myself as a director early days. I was like, oh no, I'm going to want to do the really gritty dramas or something that's like got people crying out in their seats. But
Sure.
I found that as a director, I have gravitated more towards things like this too. Now, maybe I just understand them better, or maybe I just enjoy sitting out in the audience every night during the rehearsal process, getting to laugh my head off. But
Hey, man.
no, you're right. There is a certain element of, as you read the script, you're like, is it what's adding to the farce? Is it actor driven?
Yeah.
Is it business? Like, are they falling downstairs? Is
Yes.
it prop driven? Each one of them has its own kind of different flavor of complexity that it brings. And so there is that element as you're kind of applying to direct one of these. I'm like, what am I getting myself into?
I know. Oh, comedies like this. And I want to do more of them, and I would like to direct more of them, but they just they're so intimidating to me because it's like you said, it's the business. So
Yeah.
much because you have the words and blocking for the most part figures itself out even if you're not somebody who blocks ahead of time. Because Jamie Bullens told me once ago, do you block ahead of time? She goes, no, we just show up and start going. I'm like, you're a maniac. I mean, you don't do anything. It's like, no.
I'm not that talented.
awesome.
I gotta have a plan.
Oh my God, I can't do that.
He's
Because I went from working to someone who blocked the whole thing before we did it. And then so I was like, yeah, completely. Where do you fall in that? Are you write everything down and then give it to the cast, or figure it out on the fly, or?
Yeah, my style tends to lean more
terrifying.
toward, I try to get what I would call like 60 to 75% of it sketched out. But I tell the actors that come audition for me, I like a lot of collaboration with my cast. And truthfully, half the time we get up here and we're blocking something, I'm like, you know what? That did not work up there. like seeing it from this dimension as it did in my head.
Right.
Kind of, I always think of my blocking process as blocking everything from the top down, trying to map sight lines and entrances and exits just to make sure traffic patterns are going to work.
Okay.
Kind of almost like sketching out the X's and O's on a football game, right?
Right.
Whereas then once we get here in the space and we're actually blocking people, I'm like that, seeing it from the other side of the audience view rather than the top down view, it looks completely different. And
Yes.
I really enjoy in that moment looking to the actors to say, how does that feel to you? What do you think we should do here? And having more of a collaborative kind of creation style at that point, because quite frankly, there's been a lot of moments where an actor has come, you know what, I'd really like to do that here. And I'm like, absolutely. And we should do that there because that's the better choice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So see, I'm still trying to figure out what I do.
Well, you did
Like that
Mousetrap
idea.
that was kind of similar in this vein.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Well, I was just in
And
that
noise,
though.
well, yeah.
Noise is off. I helped with a small portion of it. Yeah. That was that's a ridiculous show.
Oh, Noises Off is crazy. Well, because then you got that whole set revolve that occurs
Yeah.
in there
Revolve
too.
set, yeah. It's not only all that, but also the set.
Yeah. I don't have to deal with anything that complex here.
Yeah, that's fine. No, but still fun though.
Because this is a relatively new play. It said it hit Broadway
Yeah.
in 2023.
Yeah, this is
Yep.
new. Yeah, definitely newer for sure. Who do you have in here? Tell us who do you got in here?
Yeah, so we've got Matt Krosek and Galen Choquette and Adam Fulbright, Sydney Brunin, Jeff Garst, and Maddie Schuth. And I'm going to apologize to all my actors because I probably just mispronounced some last names.
That's all right. It's a better job than I would have done.
Yeah, I have to say, like, I've had an opportunity to work Kaylin and Jeff and Adam before. Maddie and Matt, this was our first time working together. And Sydney is actually new to town. I think this might be her first Omaha show.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
But one of the things I just will tell anybody who listen is I was really focused on kind of chemistry of the cast. In fact, we had kind of a callback just to kind of gauge chemistry between folks because it was a very strong initial audition to begin with.
Cool.
But they've just been delightful to come up to rehearsal with, and it's been that much, it's added that much more to the process to be able to get up here and see them collaborate with each other. Because we deal with some intimacy in these moments. There's a lot of kind of closed distance and different things that happen up there that if you're not comfortable with the person playing opposite of you, this could have been a real challenge. But really, they have just really embraced the process and really been delightful to work with together. And so it makes it fun to come up here every night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So tell us a little bit about, this is a comedy, so it's not like a mystery, like,
No mysteries.
it's more like Noises Off in the sense that it's a
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah, straight up comedy.
But a completely different comedy. This is set in the cottage, right? And you're keeping the British accents and everything.
Okay, so you're going.
So that's a new challenge
you
for
going
some of
full
the
British?
actors.
Oh yeah, yep. We've got full received pronunciation with all 6 of the actors, and then one of them, who will remain nameless, actually slips into a Cockney dialect halfway through, and so you gotta have to kind of wait and see and come see the show to figure out who and why that happens.
Who's the secret Cockney?
But that was another one. I've done a lot of dialect work and am very comfortable coaching dialect, and was really prepared when I read the script. I was like, I'm going to need to carve out time.
Yeah.
5 out of the 6 showed up with a dialect in their back pocket. So I was like, I guess I
nice.
don't have to worry about that now.
great.
So very strong out of the gate.
Nice.
But yeah, set in 1920s England. So, and
Okay.
upscale folks. So they can't just sound like they kind of are halfway in, half out. They've got to sound like it the whole time.
They have to sound proper. Oh, yes. So you have some costume to deal with because you're 20s, England. Oh, wow.
Those are great costumes.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm very
I'd like to wear
fortunate. Leah Scrupa-Mesger is doing our costumes, and she's phenomenal. Her stuff always looks so good. So I'm actually getting to see those for the first time on stage tonight. So
Oh, cool. Okay.
It'll start.
You guys doing? Are you guys? God, when you up? Oh, when are you at Tech? Is this?
we're teching it today. Yeah.
And are we
Tech
here the morning of your
Sunday.
Tech?
Yeah, that's that's when you said, like, are you going to be here? I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be there. Don't you worry.
Oh, wow, that's right. I'm looking at like June 5th. I'm like, that's right. I forgot what date it was. That's right.
You have a
Yeah,
long day
May
ahead
is-
of you. Well, thank you for taking the time.
Oh,
and
yeah,
talking
no.
to
Yeah,
us.
no, this is really before
It's
it
all
needs to
good.
get started. Yes, and of course, you have assistant director and stage manager is Amy, Korea.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. And of course, Joe's doing the sound, because if Joe didn't do the sound, half of Omaha wouldn't have sound.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, like, how fortunate are all of us that he takes time to do that, right?
Yeah.
Very
I don't know where
talented.
he finds it.
I don't either. I was just texting
I don't
with
think
him the other
Emily
day.
ever sees him.
Yeah.
But then I see pictures of them together, so I know they do stuff.
But yeah, I've been very fortunate. I've worked with Joe a bunch. I've worked with Amy a bunch. Joey Lawrence, who's doing my set design.
Yes.
I've got
right now.
I've got kind of a regular group of people that I'm very fortunate to be able to work with over and over again. So
That's cool. That's really nice.
So this show runs. Is it a 3 hour?
Oh yeah,
2
so
hour?
it's a very tight show. In the script, it would actually say that you can do it without an intermission.
Ooh.
That's a little tight for me.
Okay.
You know, even with a musical that typically will run hour 15, hour 30, act 1 sometimes, if I've got a play, I don't generally like to make an audience sit through without an intermission unless act 1 is more like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Act 1 and act 2, though, should time out around 45
Okay, so it's
each.
about an hour and a half.
Yeah, so 7:30 curtain, you're probably getting home by 10:15. So
please.
Getting your
it
money's
moves
worth.
quick. Yeah,
Yeah.
it moves
That's
fast.
okay.
And honestly, though, there's enough happening. You might have to come back twice and see,
Really?
because there's different things happening in the background from what's happening in the foreground, and
that.
so you're going to have to really have your head on a swivel to make sure that you're picking up all the beats, or just buy a second ticket and come back.
Yeah, that's great. So is there a love story in this?
I would say there's several love stories, a couple of love triangles, a couple of love parallelograms and octagons, and different things that may or may not be happening. You know, the play really opens and centers around Bo and Sylvie, who are lovers, and they share one night a year together. And this is their 7th year that they are sharing their one night a year together. And this is really the end of that. Yeah, we're experiencing the end of that.
Okay.
Sylvie wants to have a little something more. We find out very early on that Bo doesn't, and I don't feel too aside from sharing that. But then it's all of the business that happens out of that,
And then-
as their respective spouses show up, and then a couple of other people show up, and
Okay.
all of the pursuing business afterward that really starts to complicate things, and that's where all the conflict and juicy little comedy starts really coming out of.
Fun. So it does kind of evolve around that love triangle.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yes.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Love it. And this, of course, I just noticed now this is the Omaha premiere. So
It is.
Are you guys are the first?
We're the first ones. Yep.
Wow.
Nice.
Good
Yeah.
deal.
Very nice. And see, this is new enough to where, there probably wasn't even anything to look at yet.
No,
you
there's
just had the script, and that was it.
couple of production photos from
Maybe
the Broadway show, a
maybe
couple of
what the set
little
looked like.
YouTube sizzle reels and things like that.
Yeah.
Now, the challenging part, though, is that I know lots of folks from the Omaha theater community had the opportunity for one reason or another to be in New York, see this production. And so when I can't tell you the amount of people that I were like, oh, did you see the original Broadway version? Because I did, and I can't wait to see this.
Oh my gosh.
And so it was a real interesting kind of balance as I was trying to map everything out between like, okay, well, I've had a couple dozen people tell me they're coming to see the show to see this thing happen, but I can't
really
get
liked
any reference point to what the show looked like.
I know.
And then also we're trying to create our own thing here.
Of course.
And so like really trying to thread that needle on this one was real interesting.
Yeah, so I was always curious just to see for reference photos, like what their set looked like. 'Cause sometimes the sets you're like, man, I don't know what that's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, what did theirs look like? It's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. All right. And then you can kind of picture it a little better. That's always what I'm looking at, is like for sets and stuff like that.
Well, and one of the things I always worry about with a Broadway show, right, is they've got these big, enormous spaces, and how is that
That's true.
translating?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I love
giant.
the BLT space here is lovely and intimate, but sometimes that can get challenging from a set design. Now, I would tell you, though, from the pictures I've seen, the space that they worked in on Broadway is not terribly much bigger than
smaller
this.
space,
So,
yeah.
it's intended to be in a theater this size.
Well, that would make sense because they probably put the musicals in the bigger spaces.
Right.
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The plays get relegated to the smaller spaces. That's all right.
That's okay.
And off Broadway.
Sometimes that makes it just more intimate. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all
and
right.
easier to watch. So
So putting this on the stage, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Joey's in there literally right now.
Yeah.
putting the set together. Was it a challenge to get the Cottage in this small space, or did it seem to work out pretty good?
It worked out really good. I think, it's a unit set, so it all takes place in the Cottage. We're not changing
It is a one set.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Now, where the challenge comes in, and so we were talking about this earlier, right, is like the complexity on this one really comes into place with props. I mean, these actors are literally laying their hand on a different prop every page and a half.
Oh, my God.
And that's, even as I was coming up with my punch list here, I've had 2 different tables sitting off on stage left full of stuff that have been making their way on stage for the last couple of weeks because I told the actors I didn't want them to wait till tech day to put their hands on props. And there's so many of the bits that are dependent on the timing of pulling something out and that beat landing, and they've been doing phenomenal with that. But yet still, I've got new stuff that I'm like, oh shoot, we forgot about this thing over here, or they've been pantomiming this thing over here, and we just didn't think about it until And so really that's where a lot of the business has been challenged around. And now, so I would tell you, though, the other aspect of that is like folks that come see the show, be prepared for simulated gunfire that happens at some point. There's some simulated smoking that happens throughout. So not only those props, but those additional props, and then dealing with all of, the things that come with a gunshot on stage, one way or the other. And so I'm not going to tell you when or where or what happens there, but you're going to have to come see, right? But that's really where the kind of interesting part has been. And I would say, we've been uniquely blessed with, as I was trying to find some of these props, because some of them are quite unique, very niche things. We were very fortunate. The Omaha Community Playhouse lent us a couple of items. The cast actually got into the mix on like, oh, you're looking for this? I've got a brother-in-law that has this thing, or my aunt has this thing. And,
that's cool.
That was my one fear of like, I can hit the Brass Armadillo, I can hit the various thrift stores around town, but some of these things, if you can't find them, what do you do?
What do you do? Yeah.
And we were very fortunate that we were able to find pretty much everything and only make a couple of adjustments. So
that's cool. Yes. See, I love props. Props are great. I love having lots of props, and I've watched it. I never understood until I started directing. And it's so funny to watch because you'll do stuff and then you'll put a prop and everybody knows their lines. And then you'll put a prop in somebody's hand and they forget all of their lines.
Yeah.
And I know that I do that. And it's so funny to watch it happen. And you just have to let it happen.
Yep.
And there's nothing you can do about it. It's like, all right, tonight is the night everyone forgets their lines.
Yeah. So I've prepared the actors tonight. We're going to be doing the smoking for real. One of our actors, Jeff, is a 3D printer whiz. And so he had a couple 3D printed cigarettes that we've been kind of using to mock and at least work with.
Sure.
But tonight will be the first night that they actually light up and puff put out. Oh. And so that will be interesting.
The fake cigarette, did you get the Hollywood cigarettes, or are you doing?
We did. We got the Hollywood cigarettes because they have to be lit and then almost immediately put out. But there's we go through about a pack a night of just lighting them and putting them out. It's outrageous. But yeah, and so I'm anxious to watch them light, puff, and then just see the whole show just kind of blank from their eyes for half a second. I'm sure we're ready for that. It's that part of the production, right? And honestly, that's been one of the, talk about you cast the show right. These guys have been off book for weeks. So
that's awesome.
I'm not worried.
No,
they're going to do great.
No.
It's just funny. They're going to do awesome.
It's funny to watch.
All the tricks of the trade. You can get special cigarettes. That's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Filter, without filter. The ones we bought for 1920s, of course, they wouldn't have had a filter. So you got to have them look white. Yeah, but the company that... Adam, this was another Adam Fulbright, was he had to have smoking in a show that he previously directed, and so he pointed me to a company that a lot of the Hollywood sets use, and they have a special. It's got a built-in filter, but it looks fully white. That way, you're not having to deal with loose tobacco and things falling out around the edges or whatever. But it's very cool. So
at one point in vaping, and I don't know whether you could still get them. You used to be able to get a vape that you could refill that looked like a cigarette.
Yes.
And it even has a little glowy bit on the end.
I did that for a show. I did Agnes of God here 2 years ago, and that's what I did.
A good idea.
They are fantastic ideas, and they don't smell.
Goes away,
Yeah, and it's all just water,
Yeah, and then you don't have to worry about the fire marshal.
Yeah. We've got little buckets and ashtrays with little things of water and sand in them and all over.
I know. It's like that. It's like, that or candles. Everybody freaks out. What? You're going to use real candles? Okay, I won't use real candles.
Yeah. Try to stay away from real candles.
I know.
And I follow all the other normal like
blow it out, but I guess not.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. No. Okay.
I try to treat it like I've got a regular pyrotechnic thing happening on the stage where we've got the sand buckets and everything else off on stage left and right. So just in case.
Yeah. Well, better safe than sorry.
That's right.
For sure. For sure.
Oh my God, who knew?
Yeah.
Well,
So props had a really big
yes,
lift
I
to
know.
this.
I love
Oh
props.
yeah,
Props
this
are-
is a very proppy
Yeah.
show.
Oh God, I love
Really
it though.
big lift.
It's so much fun.
Yep.
It's so much fun. Good man. Break the legs.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Guys,
Happy
Tech Sunday.
Tech
I know.
Sunday.
Happy Tech Sunday. Have a good Tech Sunday.
Yeah. No, thank you. We're gonna
Yes.
break all the legs and
Yes.
come see the show.
Yes.
They I promise if you're looking to get out of the heat and get some air conditioning time for summer activities, I will say this isn't necessarily a family title, so you can't bring the whole crew down here,
Okay,
but maybe
okay.
a date night for mom and dad or
Okay.
I thought I saw that on
Yeah.
there. Was it 17? Is that what I read?
High school and above.
Yeah, high school and above is probably
Yeah,
fair. I
high
would
school
say
is
if you've got a 15, 16-year-old, it's going to kind of be parent discretion because we definitely deal with some content in here, but there's
Okay.
nothing, there's no R-rated stuff happening, right? It's
Okay.
all just
Right.
Well, then it's nothing they haven't seen on the internet.
fair enough.
For sure.
Guarantee that. All right. Oh, this is awesome. And don't forget now that this is The Cottage. It's by Sandy Ruskin. The Bellevue Little Theatre, of course, from June 5th to June 21st. Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. and the Sunday matinees are at 2. June 19th is the special ASL Performance. So you will have interpreters here.
Yeah, yep.
Excellent.
They got a job ahead of them. But
I was
they'll
going to
be
say,
there.
for this kind of deal, wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at your scripts now, interpreters.
They were here on Thursday.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Are they already prepping? Yeah, I
They're
was gonna say,
prepping.
yeah, because, man, that's a job. Holy cow. You got a couple of them?
Mm-hmm. Two.
Two, got 2 of them.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
And for tickets, go directly to theblt.org for your link for
Yes.
to the ticket place.
TheBLT.org, don't you know?
Yes.
Omaha's favorite BLT.
Yeah. For sure.
Thank you very much, John,
So
Thank
good to
you.
see
for
again.
having us here on your
really
Tech
is.
Sunday. We know you're about ready to be mucho busy. So
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go set dress and start making sure I've got that full prop list taken care of now. But thank you for coming down. It's always
Always
just a
happy
pleasure
to.
to talk to you guys.
Always happy
always
to.
like to come down and see you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
All right.
Thank you for listening and supporting the arts in the Platte River area and beyond. Please subscribe to our podcast so you are sure to catch all of our future episodes and join us on social media. See you next time on the Platte River Bard.